Yo, guys, welcome back to the Touchliner, episode 41. Today we have Johannes van Jaarsveld. He's here, he's joined us. How are you doing?
I'm okay. Bit sick, but
Thanks.
it's okay.
It's all right, man. We appreciate the grind. All right, you're here for the bigger cause. Some people, like Benjamin, couldn't be here because he was tired. That's a bit of a stupid reason, but we know who the real guys are. But today we're going to talk about a bunch of. It's been an interesting week for transfers, especially for our club. Um, Pretty much made our first signing of the season. I just wanted to talk to you about it. Let's just dive right in. Mason Mount, 55 million plus five in add-ons from Chelsea. What do you think of this whole thing?
I really don't care. I haven't been watching our transfers at all, but I mean, Mount still we overpaid for him.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
think. I mean, Chelsea sold Havertz for 70 mil to Arsenal,
Yeah.
and they wanted, and we basically paid 60 for him. Because I bet those add-ons aren't going to be hard to get. It's like 50 appearances for Man United. I mean, which is quite easy because Fred has, I don't know, over 100 for us. So
That's true.
yeah,
Nah, you're not wrong, man. You're not wrong. It's I think we overpaid. I think in general though, this whole transfer, the whole saga thing is the least excited I've been for a high profile player thing ever. Like I don't care that we signed Mount. I actually was a bit annoyed. Why? Why do we want Mount? I don't understand. If we want him to replace Ericsson, that's a completely different profile of player. And what was the second choice was apparently Caicedo, who's a completely different player again. So I don't understand
that's
what the
weird.
plan is.
And he was 80 mil. So I don't understand. We don't have any money, but we're going to be 80 mil on him, but not him. Just because the age is a bit different. Still,
Yeah.
whatever.
We spent 60 million. English international Champions League winner, fine. He had a bad season last season. In my opinion, he hasn't really got any outstanding traits. I think his main trait from everything you hear from Chelsea fans and England fans is he works hard off the ball. That's Fred. No. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's just Fred, no?
To be fair, Mason Mount can at least control a football and pass the ball without needing to leave the ground,
That is true.
as Fred needs to do every
I,
pass he makes.
nah, you know what? True. But I would still rather keep Fred than McTominay, I think. But
Maybe.
but it looks like no one wants McTominay and Fred's gonna go.
Which is even harder to get 20 mil out of Fulham for him.
Mm.
Somehow a Brazilian international that's almost 30 is not worth £20 million for United, but fuck, Liverpool sold their graduate for 20 mil and he didn't play a single minute in the Premier League.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know how we get so stiffed. We get stiffed when we're buying players, we get overpriced, and then when we're trying to sell them. What's our best sale in the last few years? Dan James, like our only profit sale.
Even that's not even great business, is it? Leeds wanted to buy him for 4 mil. We're like, no, we'll buy him for 12 3 months later. Makes sense.
That's exactly it, bro. It's a United tax, but we did. That's the thing. We actually made profit. We sold them for 15, so we made 3 million profit. It's great. That's our best bit of transfer sale we've ever done. And now, not ever done, but recently. And now we sold Iqbal for 1 million. And then we sold Ethan Laird
It was like
for,
800, wasn't it?
huh?
It was 860k. It wasn't even a million.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
under a
exactly,
million
exactly. And then we
for a
sold
Man
Ethan.
United graduate to play like, at least a game. Is an international that's played in the Champions League for under a million.
Yeah, and then Laird for less than like three-quarter of a million. We suck.
Yeah,
We can't make money for ourselves. We're not gonna
and
be
we're
able.
struggling to get rid of Harry Maguire, McTominay, Fred as well. We're struggling to get rid of these players.
We need to. That's the thing. I don't know why we've always had such trouble shifting on Deadwood. Everyone else is all right. Even Liverpool can do it. Arsenal can do it. They've got rid of Xhaka. But
He's leaving on a free.
that is true.
The
You did go in a free. But I don't know. It just seems like we never like there are players in that team that should have gone years ago. I mean, obviously you can say De Gea if you want, but like if you look at Phil Jones has been on the books for how long? He's finally left. Last year we were looking at Matic and Mata. Why are they still here? They finally left last summer, fine, but only because it was on a free. Like we don't
So we
know how
gave
to.
out weird contracts.
Yeah, we've essentially screwed ourselves. And if the rumors are right with that Mount deal, if he's earning 250 to 300K a week, we're doing it again. I hope it's not true. I really hope it's not true and it's just paper talk. But if we're paying anywhere near that, he's getting 80K at Chelsea. If we're paying him more than triple, we're ruining our payment structure again, and we're just gonna be screwed later on.
Uh,
What are you
and
gonna
with
do, man?
Rashford needing a new contract as well. And he's probably going to be on 300K a week, which you could say he deserves because he can go to Hales on 375 and he's doing nothing but maybe hindering us more.
I mean, true,
And
but now
Sancho's on 350.
you
He's like,
what?
he doesn't even play.
Yeah,
And
true,
Sancho's on 350.
true.
So Rashford's definitely high end as well.
I want Sancho gone, man. I don't know about you. I don't see any reason why he should stay apart from he's young and he could get better. He hasn't shown me anything that makes me want to keep him. I might be overreacting, but I went on a rant a few weeks ago just saying that I want him gone, but I still do.
And you can't sell him. Maybe in 2 windows or next season. We can't sell him this season. Because who do you replace him with?
I genuinely keep Pellistri or something, and just because we have Anthony
Really?
there on the
Replace
right anyway, but genuinely, like, get someone from the youth. I mean, they're not gonna be. I mean, let's experiment a little bit. I don't think Sancho's any good. Like, he's got good close control. His passing can be okay, but as a winger, how are you scared to take your man on? How are you scared to even make risky passes? So, as a winger, there's two types of winger. Either you dribble past the man, or you cross it in, or find the pass to try and make a goal scoring opportunity. He doesn't do any of these things. I don't ever see him do it. All he's good at is squaring it across the goal, and when the ball comes to him, he doesn't lose it, which is fair enough. But that's it. It's just
But that's he's
not.
been all the time. That's the player we bought. He was never take your man on at Dortmund. He was maybe running behind and square it or through balls. That was what he was.
Yeah.
So I don't
No,
know expect him to change because it was nothing he ever did. And he's technically it's his second season ever in the English league because he's never played in it. He went
yeah,
straight from the under 18s or under 23s to German men's football, which is not the same as the Championship, for example, which is a much harder league. I would
that's
say. I
true.
would say it's like the third hardest league in the world.
That is no, you know what? I do agree. Championship's quite hard. From a physical standpoint, I need to see more from him. I've seen him duck out of 50-50s. I've seen him literally jump away. These are the things that make me angry. Like, if you're at least like, yeah, fine, you're adjusting to the league, the pace and the strength of it, fine. If there's a 50-50, go in for it, please. Don't I've seen him jump out like that before. And I can't you can't accept that. I just can't. I hope he proves me wrong. I really want because I don't think we're gonna sell him this summer. But I want him to prove me wrong. I want him to go out, get double digits in goals or assists, and make an impact, please. Like Anthony's come in this summer and made more of an impact. Garnacho's come from our academy and made more of an impact. He's been here 2 years, man. The clock is ticking. I think one more year, and then he's got to go.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, Mason Mount, okay, fine. I'm not gonna judge it yet because I believe in Ten Hag. All of his signings so far have been good, apart from maybe Malacia, but he's a young guy. So hopefully he will come good. But time will tell, as we all know.
Yeah.
And De Gea is no longer a Man United player technically. So let's go. Let's
A little
start
bit happy.
partying.
Yeah.
That did you see that Twitter account that was counting down the hours? It was doing the days, and then it went to
I
the
saw
hours.
I saw Tuchel made a movie of all his mistakes in United career and it's in over an hour and 20 minutes. Because some of them weren't really his mistakes, but they just put it in like his first season.
That was so. It's because it had like the movie like slide before it as well with the title and the warning and the the rating for the age. It was so funny. It's
Yeah.
like 2 hours of just him making mistakes. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I would say
yeah,
the way the club treated this contract thing was a bit, I think, bad. You
hmm
can't offer him a contract, him agree to it, and then him sign the side, and you say, "No, we're going to change the terms now." After he's already agreed, you both agreed to the terms. I think that's a
yeah,
bit scummy from especially for someone who's been here 12 years. I mean, he's been bad the last 3 years, few years, but he did carry us for, I say, 2 years.
yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree. I agree.
and he did try to leave. It's not like it. He didn't want to leave and say, "No, I'm going to stay here." United. He did want to go to Madrid.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he accepted it. The only reason it didn't go through is because a password on email wasn't sent.
True. A
That's the
fax
only reason he
machine.
didn't go through.
A fax machine. Yeah,
That's the only reason he's.
I remember that. I remember that. And they got Courtois instead, like a year or two later. So
And we could have got Keylor Navas, and he actually wanted to come to United as well.
that would have been nice, huh?
And I think he'll probably still be here, and we would need a goalkeeper who can play out from the back.
That is true, Navas still can't do that. I think now, so
I know
now,
he can.
a little
A lot
bit.
better than De Gea.
Everyone's better than De Gea. I think we can play it out the back better. I think now we're linked. We've literally gone from one extreme to the other. We're linked with Onana, who is arguably the
Just an
best.
outfield player pretending to be a
He's a
goalkeeper.
midfielder. He can probably play up front. The best ball playing goalkeeper in Europe, probably. What do you think of that? Do you think if we get him, he completely transforms the team? How big do you think that is?
Maybe, yeah, because it makes us easier to retain the ball, so we don't need to retain it with our centre backs. Because otherwise, we have Maguire. If we don't have Varane or Martinez, so it helps us pull the ball a bit more back, so it's easier for us to play out from the back. I mean, it gives us an extra man because De Gea was not an extra man. You give it to him, and you just want him to get rid of it. You don't really want him to try play the ball out from the back because he'll give you a hospital pass
Yep.
or just hoof it up to nobody. I mean, he's always been doing his whole career is hoofing the ball up, and he can't do it even accurately, which is sad.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I agree with you. It adds a whole dimension to our team. And the thing is as well, like when we are playing it in the at the back, no one really wants to pass to De Gea. Like Martinez will try to he admittedly he's very good at it. He will spin past the attacker, which is risky. But if you have a ball playing goalkeeper, probably next to Martinez if he's in his own half, who can play it out like in the Champions League final. I remember watching that, and I was thinking about Onana the whole time. I was like, "This is what we need. Look at him. He's pinging it here. He's pinging it there. He's taking the ball. He's controlling it. He's turning. He's passing it. Like every single type of pass I saw, and he was so good at it."
I wouldn't trust it because I mean, that's a Champions League final. His team are
Mm.
1-0 down. Since he weren't really pushing for a second, they were holding back the 1-0 lead. So I wouldn't say that's indicative of how he plays. To be
No,
fair, I haven't seen him play at all. The only time I remember was at Ajax, that 2017 when
the
we beat
Europa
them.
League. Yeah, the final.
Yeah, and their Champions League run, and then he got banned
Mm.
for drug use.
No, I did.
So
I
I don't
did. That
really
is true,
remember
actually.
much of
But they. I watched him not just in the final. I watched him in the semi, and I watched him in the quarter. And yeah, maybe he didn't have the ball as much, but when the defenders trusted him, like they passed it back to him and he successfully distributed it out. I don't know if it's because we've been abused and been in the trenches for so long. I was amazed. I was like, oh my gosh, this guy just doesn't misplace a pass. Maybe that's normal. I don't know. But it's what we need. We need a modern goalkeeper because he's good at making saves as well. He did very well in the semi. Was it the semi against AC Milan or the quarterfinal against AC Milan? He, I thought he was really good. Reflexes, good with his feet. Win us the league next season.
No, don't say that. What about when you're winning the league?
No, I don't think we're winning the league. I think we have to hold top three and then win another a good trophy. Let's get a good trophy under the belt. Like I don't mind an FA Cup. That's pretty much all we can win. Like we're not winning the Champions League.
No.
Or
Maybe a
or
good run, maybe like a quarterfinals.
what if?
No, not past that.
But yeah, I think those are the two solid United are the only solid United transfer link right now. Obviously, no news at all on the ownership. Taking the piss. The Glazers, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know. It looks like the Qataris are in pole position, but nothing. No word.
Yeah, I think
Nothing.
because they also want to wait until like the end of the quarter for something to post something, or I don't know, take more money out, dividends or something like that. So
I thought
they're
that already
waiting for it.
happened. If they're doing it again, I thought they did that at the end of May. June,
I
sorry.
don't- Well, that's what I'm saying. It's now end of June, right?
Oh yeah, true.
So
it did
they
just
waited for
happen.
that. That's what I'm guessing. Otherwise,
I
I
don't
think
know,
it might
man.
be end of the summer. We'll probably know if we're lucky. Because I mean,
Mm,
they started the process in November,
yeah,
just before the World Cup.
true. Yeah, I, I don't know. This could have gone a lot more swiftly. I'm just frustrated. I just hope by the beginning of next season, Premier League season, we'll have new owners. It doesn't look like it's stopping us from making transfer deals. Mount has been bought.
It's
Not that
hindering us.
yeah, it's hindering us. I think we'll get more money if someone comes in, but I mean,
I don't think a
it's
lot.
not like the Glazers are giving us their money. They're just letting us use our earnings. So
Yeah, they've never given any of their own money.
exactly. So it's not going to hinder them. They're just be like, yeah, fine, let's buy 100 million worth of players, and that's it.
But it usually happens anyway in the second season of a manager. Like usually manager does well, gets Champions League football, then they just spend half of what they did the first.
Mm, yeah. I mean, if we
They don't
get
really care.
if we get Mount and Onana, we get striker. I think that's a very good window. But
I
now
mean,
it look. I don't know who's gonna
what do you
sign.
expect about owners? They were stingy enough to put their flights on private for 250,000 on United's bill. They couldn't even afford it themselves. For
Business
both
trip,
the
bro.
FA Cup final for the men's and the women's. Both of them they put in the club. And the women's team don't even have their own facility. And there's some players in the women's team that's running out of contract as well, which we finished second in the league and got to an FA Cup final.
Hmm.
Women's team, which is I think they're fifth or fourth, I think, but they actually share it with the youth. They used to share the training out with the youth team. They're only getting
Yeah.
now their own.
Finally, they've been underfunded, man, and they're good. Like, what's her name? Is it Alexia Russo? She's leaving, right? I think she's meant to be like our best player, and we're just letting her leave
But the
because the contract
goalkeeper,
ran out. Nah,
I don't
I can't remember her name, but
know because the goalkeeper, I forgot, I don't know her name, sorry, but she was voted FIFA's best women's goalkeeper, like Courtois.
yeah.
Or I don't know who was this year. I think it was Allison or something. But she was voted the women's equivalent of that. So we
Mm,
have like one of the best goalkeepers in the world, and she's a regular starter for England. I mean, she won the Euros.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I mean, and I don't know if she's out of contract. I know a few players are out of contract.
yeah, yeah. I think yeah, Russo is one of them. She is as well one of our best, one of our most influential players, and we're just letting her go. We're just letting her go at the end of her contract. I know it's just I mean, for us, it's just a women's team, but like, if you want to start a women's team, if you want to have a youth academy, if you want to, whatever, have all these sub teams, put effort into it. It's just,
I
again,
mean, yeah,
it just shows that they just don't give a
but
crap.
I mean, even the best teams in the world. I mean, hey, City, they have they have the best women's team,
Mm,
one of, and the best men's team. Chelsea have the best women's team in the world,
yeah.
and sometimes the best men's team. Same with Barcelona. I don't know, not as much Real Madrid, but I mean Barcelona have more than one sport that they're good at. Same with Real Madrid. Real Madrid have basketball,
Mm,
handball,
yeah.
football. I mean, it's they have a
We're,
lot
we're
more
we're
things.
behind. We're behind, and like a lot of these clubs have like multi-club models. They have plans to get an influx of players and make it easier
Yeah,
to
even
sign players and
Chelsea
loan them
now
out.
have another team.
Yeah.
They're buying into another team. United just still don't have that.
We haven't got anything. We are very behind in every single sense of the word
No,
where
the
our
most supported team in the
facilities.
world,
Yeah, we're the
according to
most
one
supported team in
study.
the world, but our stadium's
One
behind, our
study.
facilities. Exactly. Facilities are behind. Our transfers, the way we do transfers is behind. Our scouting is behind. Women's and youth academy teams are behind. What what can we do? We need to get this new owner in, but it doesn't look like it's gonna happen until like honestly 2024. They're honestly taking the piss at this point.
Yeah, if you get a new owner, I don't think you're going to see the progress until after that. Probably like 6 months, a year into their ownership. Because there was even a report coming out that said like the stuff that John Murta had to inherit, some PR that he has as well, and it
Yeah.
was so bad that it will take him a year to get everything right. Sure, even though he was working for Ed Woodward.
Yeah. John Murta has got don't know what I think about him because he's less of a Glazer puppet, but he's still there. So
I mean,
I
what has he done that's different than Ed
nothing
Woodward?
really,
He
nothing
listened to the
really.
manager what signing he wants, and basically got all the signings that, let's say, Ten Hag has either managed or seen manage. So
True.
you're telling me he rocked up to the department, like the recruitment department, I want Casemiro. And they were like, oh, that's a great idea. We should go get him. No, they asked him probably. He wanted De
Yeah.
Jong. we went for him for almost the whole window, and then
Yeah,
we lost 2 games. He's like, we need a player, and they're like, oh, we've got Casemiro here. How much? 70 mil. Fine, just get anyone.
it wasn't
So I
much.
don't think he asked for him, but it worked out. But still,
Yeah, yeah. I mean that was our best signing apart from Martinez, who, like you said, ex-player last
or
year,
even
still in
Anthony.
play. Eric,
Anthony, start up the window, 40 mil. No, we're not going to pay that. It's too much. End of the mill, Will. How much is he now? No, we want 100 mil. Okay, yeah, we'll pay it.
this has
Sorry,
been
what?
happening for years. I remember when it happened in 2013 with Fellaini. I remember that we paid like 10 million more because we waited. Why are we
There, I think
still
it's.
making the same mistakes?
I think back then it was more of a culture shock. Like, there's like the 1st of July came and like, okay, it's the transfer window. Shit, wait, where's Alex? He usually tells us what to do. There's no one here. Hello? And then it just freaked out. And it's Ed, and there's Moyes there like, oh shit, I've got United job. Do you know that story?
What
He
about
didn't know he
like
was getting the United job until Sir Alex Ferguson showed up at his front door. Hello, you're getting the United job. He's like, huh? There's nothing beforehand. He just showed up, rocked up his door. Sir Alex rocked up his door. Like, you got the United job. And he's like, he wasn't. You were just told he has it. He didn't even accept it.
he was a disaster, man. I remember that. That was horrible. And then we didn't sign anyone all window. Now we signed Zaha, who Ferguson actually signed. And
Fine,
then
not him.
the end, Moyes just went back to his old team. I was like, yeah, Fellaini, we're signing you. That's it. That was like the most
Got
anti-United
Mata
player.
in January.
Huh?
Then we got Mata in January
We
on a
did.
helicopter.
I
He
remember
came
that
in on a
was.
helicopter.
I remember that. That was cool, man. It's a shame it didn't
Yeah,
work out.
was it 45 mil still? That's expensive back then.
I remember it was like almost. It was almost 40 mil, and it was like a club record.
And
And
he did
then,
nothing.
we played him on the wing. The best number
Yes.
10, Chelsea player of the season twice. He just came off a season, or yeah, he just came off a season where he got 20 goals and 20 assists in all comps. We played him on the wing.
Genius.
Honestly, the thing is, right, United right now are by no means really good. We're decent, but because we've been starved of being decent for like 10 years, we're sitting here like, 2 months cooking 10 houses. I give him credit, but bro, we're so far off. We're forgetting where we used to be, where we should be. This is gonna take a long time, at least 5 years to get to that level, because behind the scenes, everything needs to change.
True. But when does the 5 years start? Did it start already? Or was it starting now? Did it start
I,
3 years
I, I,
ago?
I probably, I hope it started last summer, but it's probably only gonna start whenever the new owners come in, because they need to do everything. Like I love Old Trafford, and
Because
it's a
if they
magical
could,
place, but they need to change it. Either make
well,
a new
if they could
stadium.
own it,
Yeah, I mean,
we're just
you
assuming that the Qatari bit, they're good owners. They might
you
not be. They could be the PSG model.
that's the problem. The only hope is it's a different guy. It's not Nasser Al Khalifi. It's I forgot his name.
I mean,
The guy
we've lived in the Middle East, right?
we have lived in the Middle East. We
Yes.
have.
And most sheikhs or are connected to the government somehow. I mean, that's how they get jobs and their money.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
this guy is definitely connected to. I mean, he was the head of what his dad was the head of the Qatar bank,
Yeah. No, he's
and
definitely
he's connected
connected.
to the government.
Yeah,
So I would say it's I would say it's government backed.
it is.
No way.
Maybe
There's no way the Qatar because basically the Qatar royal family own Qatar,
mm,
PSG, sorry.
yeah.
So he would probably need to get approval from them. Like, I want to go buy United. Say me an conflict of interest with you guys. They probably have to give approval.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I mean, he's not really a private citizen.
No. It's that's yeah, you just need to sit there and hope. Hopefully they've seen even if you are even a normal person that doesn't know anything about business, a bit like me, you looking, the PSG model has failed. It has. Your centerpieces now. Neymar wants is gonna leave. Mbappe is leaving next summer for free. You haven't won the Champions League, got knocked out in the last 16, the last 2 seasons. It's not worked. So
It depends what they
hopefully,
wanted to. It's what they wanted from it.
I
What did the
surely
Qatari
it's
family
success. They don't need
want?
money. You don't
But
need
they wanted to
money.
be on the map,
To be on the map, fair enough. They've made it like a cool culture club with Jordan kits and stuff. But if surely you
and
want
they make
success,
money for them,
yeah,
which they don't
but
really need to do
surely
that.
you want success though. That's the main thing.
But
It's the Abu Dhabi group have done it with City, and then they bought New York FC, and then they have Melbourne in Australia. That's what you
Yeah,
want, ideally. But I'll take somewhere in between that. We don't need all of this, but then we also I don't want to be like PSG. If you can just give us the success at Manchester United, that's enough for me. And show you care. It's the bare minimum you ask from owners. Come here and show you care. Invest a bit into the club, and that's it. We'll all be happy. I promise.
yeah. Either way, I'm not happy. Even with like Sir Jim or the Qatars, I'm not really that happy. Happy the Glazers are going, but we're going gonna get more debt, so we can stay in debt,
Mm,
or we can be an arm of another country that wants
that
to
is true,
make itself
man.
look clean on the world on the world stage.
Yeah, yeah. It's not something I want to be a part of. I'm not gonna be like Ben, who's shameless. I don't care. I don't care. I do care. I don't want us to be that. I'm not in charge of the takeover.
Yeah,
If it was fan led, 110%, they wouldn't approve either of these owners because you got one who didn't know what he was doing at Nice, and then you've got one who is, yeah, just Qatar, buying a club, part two. Like this is not what you want from.
and I think if we get sold to Qatar, it's a much bigger deal than let's say with PSG or Man City. Because when Man City bought, they weren't. I mean, Man United are one of the biggest teams in the world. Now they're getting owned by technically a country.
Yeah.
That's it's not nice where football's going, then, is it?
No. No, but we are heading that way. I mean, me and Ben talked about it last week with the whole Saudi sports washing, what they're doing now in signing all these European players from Europe, and then they bought Newcastle. They tried to buy United, obviously, but it didn't work out. They bought Newcastle. They bought tennis. They bought uh, was it golf as
Golf.
well? So it's it looks like it's genuinely just they're
Yeah, and
washing everything.
they're trying to copy, I think, the UAE model because they're also
Yeah,
opening a lot more tourism. Like their laws have relaxed, the women can go to football games and drive now,
they
so they've
say.
relaxed their stuff a bit.
Yeah, they no, they have relaxed a bit. I mean, it's not Dubai.
It's
Let's
still
get. Oh, it's not
strict,
the
but
UAE. Like women are still like they're
I
still
would, no, I
getting
would say
grief if you're
Dubai because
driving.
Abu Dhabi is different than Sharjah, and
Yeah, you know what, Sharjah. I'd say it's not Dubai.
Sharjah is
Yeah,
still dry, a dry emirate. So.
yeah, exactly. They don't even have shisha there, dude. But yeah,
And the drinking
Saudi.
age in Abu Dhabi is 18 as well. I know that. If you didn't know that, in Abu Dhabi,
Oh yeah, yeah. We went to our
yeah,
holiday
it's
after uni
18.
school because we were 18. Yeah. That was the Saudi will never be that. It's a holy land. That's where Mecca is. They won't ever get to the Dubai level, but they can do things like this, and they have the
I think
money
they'll
to do
have
things like
to,
this.
but
They
they'll
ha-
have to.
they
If they
won't.
want to be independent from oil, they'll have to.
Yeah, the oil. If they actually did it, I'll be really surprised. But I don't know if they'll actually agree to do it because there's a lot of religious and political factors.
No.
But it right now they can do this. They can buy all these football clubs, attract all the fans. Because now you realize on Sky Sports they stream the big Al Nassr games for free on YouTube to get more people watching it because Ronaldo's there. So now you've got
Oh.
Ronaldo, you've got Benzema, who's the Ballon d'Or holder. You've signed Kante. You've signed who else have they got?
Half of Chelsea.
Koulibaly. Oh yeah, half Chelsea pretty much. Koulibaly.
Nothing fishy there. Don't need to look.
Look
Don't
over
need to
there.
look into.
Don't look here. Who's that? It's honestly so dodgy, but they're doing it and it's going to bring more attention to the league. So from a business standpoint, smart. But now I honestly give it 3 years, and the Champions League final will be in Saudi Arabia. I'm telling you.
Isn't it? I thought they haven't they already talked about it.
Yeah,
Like the US has already like hinted about maybe it being a final in Miami or something.
yeah. That's. I
Near the
mean,
World Cup, it's gonna be held there.
it's gonna happen, man. I honestly, within the decade, if this whole Saudi plan works out, I wouldn't be surprised if like, oh yeah, one or two guest Asian teams get to make it in, and then like it'll just be the Saudi team full of like I don't know, washed European players.
When do you think the FA Cup or like the League Cup will be held overseas somewhere?
Surely, I don't think the FA. I think the League Cup can. Why not? The League Cup can definitely go
Will it be
overseas.
sponsored by like Noon, the Noon Cup in Saudi?
Noon Cup.
Because they called it other stuff, didn't they?
They did. I mean, now it's like Carabao.
It was the Milky Way Cup.
Yeah, it was like what was the name? It was
I think it was the
Worthington
Milky Way.
Cup, Farling, and then it was
Carling Cup.
yeah. Now it's Carabao. It was the Capital One Cup, which is the bank.
Yeah. So that's what I'm
It's
saying. What do you think will be held overseas?
I think it'll be held. I think
'Cause the couple that were already held in Saudi.
yeah. Give me five. I think give it at less than 5 years. Why not? Like honestly, if all this stuff starts growing overseas, they're gonna have to do it. They're gonna want to look to the international audience because now you've got with the Premier League TV rights. That's up. It's up in a year or a year and a half or something like that. Sky, BT, and all are all floundering because people like Prime Video, all these streaming services, they all want all the rights to it. Disney Plus, like Champions, and that's Champions League as well. So Premier League, Champions League. So it's going to be more of an international thing, and I just think all over the world is just going to subscribe to this, and everything's going to change. If it's easier to access, and like in England, for example, if all the games are televised instead of like only half of them, it changes everything.
Yeah, I think the English model is a bit weird. They used to have
Yeah.
blackouts.
I know. They say it's so fans go to games, but I think that's stupid. Because as a match going fan, I don't care for games on TV. If I want to go to the stadium, I'll
Yeah,
go
I
to the
care more 'cause
stadium.
I can't.
Yeah, exactly. Like
At least
that's
I can still watch it because I'm not a Sky subscriber or BT.
yeah, exactly.
You know, all
In
the games are
England,
on.
it's tough. Like if you support United and like or a big team and you live elsewhere, or if you support a small team, it's even worse because none of your games are televised unless you're playing one of the big six. Maybe
Even
it's
then, maybe sometimes
it,
United games aren't even on.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like United Newcastle earlier this season wasn't televised. Ronaldo's return last season wasn't televised.
Oh yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah. But I don't know. A lot's going on with the sports washing. I'm just gonna wait and see. It's looking very fishy right now, but I need to see some reports. I need to see some numbers. I need to see how
Chelsea,
what's
though.
going on. Che Bro,
No,
Chelsea are
it's
legit. Chelsea legit.
no,
What are you
it's
talking
not.
about?
The owners of Chelsea have a lot, and Saudi Arabia have a large amount of money in the
Bro,
company.
it's fine. It's fine,
And all of a
bro.
sudden, the players that they want to get rid of just go to Saudi for
Bro,
money somehow.
it's just a coincidence, man.
Sure,
Chelsea, they're the least dodgy club in England. What are you talking about? It's not like
at
they
the
were
moment.
owned by Roman Abramovich, Putin, Funda, but you know.
That's what they just said, though, which I think is weird. Isn't that weird? The government just said, "No, you associate with Putin. We just take your club forcefully." Sorry, what?
Mm, that is really weird.
Just forcefully, like they just now you associate with Putin. I mean,
Yep,
a lot of people are. Or you don't think the prime ministers of the UK were ever associated with Putin?
honestly. It's it didn't make any sense. Like honestly, I don't like Chelsea, but the way they did that, they gave no money to Abramovich. Abramovich to make sure that the government didn't get hold of like the shares had to give it to the foundation so that like the next owner could be in charge of the whole club. But yeah, it's really weird. Now they're just this odd club, and I don't know what's gonna happen next with them. Like in football and also like behind the scenes.
Because their manager's Pochettino, right?
Yep.
I don't think they're going to win much.
I don't think so. I don't think they're linked with a lot. And look, they're making signings. They've confirmed Nkunku. They've
They've
got
made more times than us,
they've got Saicedo on the way as well for I think they want 100 million package deal, Brighton.
and some other three under 20-year-olds they have as well from Brazil.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
They're
Angelo,
going to make
Angelo.
Angelo.
The guy.
He'll probably be the next one.
I got him a football
Someone.
manager.
Oh no! Don't say they're doing their scouting on Football Manager.
Bro, honestly, like this guy was like a wonder kid. I like and
Better
Charlie
than the
was like,
FIFA
oh,
which we were doing.
uh Casemiro's rated 89. We should sign him.
Got what 2 years left on his contract, and he can leave Real Madrid. Oh,
Wow. I mean, it worked out, but look, we've got the whole summer ahead. Give me a goalkeeper, give me a decent striker, even if it's a young striker like Hoyland. I'm happy with that. I'm
yeah, what
happy
for
with that.
80 mil? What is people
No,
smoking?
50 max. But even then,
Not
that's
even.
steep. Even then, that's
He's
steep. But
had
we're gonna. It's
he's had a
Man
good
United
year.
tax. It's Man United tax. Like we're gonna have to do it. There's nothing we can do about it. We're gonna
He'll
do,
probably wait
bro.
until the end of the window,
And then spend 100 mil.
which we
But
could have done on Kane.
yeah,
It's too
he-
much for Kane. We're gonna walk away. We're gonna be the noble ones here. Bayern put in 80, 70 million euro bid, and Kane's like, maybe I can go.
it's bad, man. I don't know what the transfer strategy is as usual, but what we do know is everyone else is moving quicker than us. We got
If you don't
Mount,
know what
fair enough.
if you don't know what it is now, what do you think it's gonna be in 6 months? Maybe in January. Do you think they have a plan of a maybe top of the league and we need an extra signing to go over the line? Do you think they have an idea of maybe who
No,
we could target?
we signed Wout Weghorst and Marcel Sabitzer on loan last January. Both tried really hard, but they're not good enough. What
I would say
we
Sabitzer was alright, but you got
He was
injured too much.
all right, but like
He's too injured,
injury
I would
prone,
say.
and he was 29. Like,
Yeah, and then there
um,
was Vago. Just bless him. That's all you can say. Bless him.
honestly, bless him. He tried so hard, he just wasn't good enough. He's like, now he's just gonna go into that bracket with Igalo now. Igalo and him. I wouldn't say
No, man,
Cavani because
Igalo's
Cavani
still
had a good
banging
season.
like did you see Igalo's goal in that Europa League game?
Bro, I
Like
love
three
that
kick out,
goal.
banged it top
Keeps you
corner.
ups. And off the crossbar, yeah. Igalo is better, but like he's in that like panic January signing. Oh, he loved us and he tried really hard. At least Wout Weghorst got a trophy. Cavani had one good season before he petered out, but all these panic last minute striker signings has to stop. We
Where's
need
the
someone.
last good striker we had? What, Van Persie?
Van Persie has to be like that's
Isn't that mad?
Ibrahimovic for one season, but
That was
but
one season.
I'll give it Van
Yeah,
Persie then.
Ibrahimovic. No, but
Ibrahimovic,
he was there for one season.
it's true.
What's the long-term signing? Berbatov?
Even you can even yeah. So yeah, literally
Maybe
actually,
that's even Berbatov
Berbatov was
because he was
decent.
in and out of the team.
Yeah, he was a cult hero. Like I love him, but he wasn't
So was
like
it Tevez or
Hernandez.
Rooney?
Hernandez was like I think
Oh,
Tevez, but he.
Hernandez, probably. Yeah, Hernandez.
I'm gonna say
Hernandez
Hernandez.
was the last proper striker we've had. I would say that was good over a longer period than 2 years. That was 20 what 11, 12,
He's there 2010 and he left in 2014.
2014. Yeah, he
So he
went
had
to
a
Real
few he
Madrid.
had a few seasons. He won two league titles. But man, is that the last
Scored with
one?
his foot and head at the same time.
Bro, what a guy. I loved him. But that we need someone like that. We need to go back to Guadalajara and find someone like the guy from Ted Lasso. We need to find some guy like that. But it's United. It's United post Fergie under the Glazers regime. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna
That
happen.
was like Glager's regime. Yeah,
What are you gonna do, bro? What are you gonna do? Arsenal. Tell you what Arsenal's gonna do. Although what they're doing right now. Rice, 100 million. Timber, 40 to 50 million. Havertz, 65 to 70 million.
makes no
But
sense.
they don't spend money. I thought Arsenal fans told me that Arteta
No,
doesn't.
Arteta is on a shoestring, bro. He's not spending any money. He's
He's
doing
a
it
miracle
the hard
worker.
way on a shoestring, bro. Miracle worker that was top what 98% and still failed to win the league. That
Yeah,
is progress.
yeah.
Well,
He
that's
set a
progress,
record.
true.
He set a record for being at the top of the table for the longest amount of time and didn't win the league. So now,
I think
surely,
Arsenal are the top five, basically, aren't they? Is it just Arsenal at the top? It's in the top
yeah,
five of.
they
Good
were.
to know.
I think they were first, second, and third, and then I think
I think
Newcastle
United
was
were there,
there. United was there.
and United.
Newcastle was there, but Arsenal, man. They now surely going off what their fans have been saying they just need a bit more. You have more than a bit more now. Surely they have
To be
to win the
fair,
league, right?
but does Rice maybe improves their team?
I think so.
But does
Yeah.
Havertz? Does Havertz?
No, they've got another striker that can't score. So him and Jesus can make a little club together.
What about where they were signing Timber? Does that improve their defense?
Who does he replace?
Maybe
Gabriel.
backup. Maybe, but Gabriel was okay.
Yeah.
I think
I
Saliba was more important, but I mean, does it really improve their team that much more? I would say they needed a better left back. Or is it where is Zinchenko
yeah,
a left
left
back?
back. Yeah,
Yeah, I would
left
say
back.
probably a better left back than someone than him because there's a reason. What City sold him and won the treble. Didn't
You're
they?
not
They didn't
wrong,
even
you
have a
know.
left back. They played a centre back there.
Honest, yeah, you know what? You're not wrong. Yeah, they have this new weird formation, which is cool. Like they have like a sweeper
Yeah,
sort
they
of,
played
but
with Ake there, and what was the other one? Akanji. They
Akanji.
played him at left back with Ake sometimes, or right
Yeah,
back,
yeah,
and they won the
and they
treble.
won the treble. It turns out that he was
And
hindering them.
what did Zinchenko do? He held them up and said, "We can do this, boys. We can
He
draw
shouts a
against
lot.
Southampton. We can do
He
it."
he shouts a lot, you know. I think that's what they paid the money for.
You see what he said on Piers Morgan show? He's like, "He's ban all Russian footballers." Why?
Yeah, you know what?
Weird. He's a weirdo. Well, he went on
You
Piers Morgan. That really makes him weird.
you know he belongs at Arsenal. Weird guy. And now surely Arsenal should be winning the league, right? Their fans were saying that they're just that bit away.
I need to worry about. We need to worry about ourselves, as they would say.
They got bigger fish to fry, bro.
Yeah. Every tournament, every cup they got knocked out. Don't worry, God, we didn't want to win anyway. That's why we were sad we lost. Didn't want to win anyway. That's why we were sad we got knocked out by Sporting Lisbon.
Yeah, and honestly, they don't grasp the concept of winning trophies. So, oh yeah, no, we're in the Premier League title race, which was never a given because you've got the most dominant team of this era coming from behind. No, 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 it's
With a
Premier League,
robot
Premier
up
League.
front,
Yes, the guy who's scoring like 50 goals
made
a
by AI,
season.
basically.
It's stupid, man. Like
We
Gary
got
Neville,
five.
it's so funny because they laughed at Gary Neville for the first half of the season. Everything he said was right,
Didn't
all
Gary
the way
Neville
until
do
the
nine?
end. Nah, Gary Neville's a bum. It's not like
Yeah, that's why he was at United for like win 9 Premier Leagues in that United team.
and a
He didn't stay in
captain.
it for nothing. So who did we replace him with at right back? Oh, he wasn't replaced, was he really? For a long time.
Rafael, Valencia. I mean,
No, he was right back. Yeah, what he was right back for a solid 15 years, first
yeah,
choice.
I'd say yeah, 15 years, and then he retired. Yeah, and he
You're not
won.
shit if you play for United in that period of time and as a regular starter for
He's so
United and
disrespected. He's so disrespected, man.
True.
He was the
Because
greatest.
everyone thinks he went to Valencia to manage and that went
Yeah,
to shit. But somehow he's still got a better win record than Gerrard at Villa.
yes,
And no one talks
but they
about how
don't
shit
talk about it. They
Gerrard
don't
was.
talk about it. Yeah, exactly.
Gerrard, no, Gerrard stared at the crowd when he was at Old Trafford and lost the fucking game, but he stared at the crowd.
That video is so funny. He just turns around. People was like, "Oh, aura. What do you what? You lost. Aura.
Yeah,
Good aura, bro." Gerard,
I'm
man.
for him.
Honestly, Gerard and Lampard are very protected. But Gerard, you see Liverpool's new signing,
At
Robert
least
Sly.
Lampard can play football.
You saw his new tattoo, right? The new Liverpool signing.
Who's
Sly. He
what's
has a tattoo and like a number 8 dedicated to Gerard, so he signed to Liverpool.
it's not dedicated to Gerrard. It's actually dedicated to Gerrard.
He said it in his interview. Yeah, he's like, yeah, it's a
I mean, a
tattoo to
lot of.
Steven
I
Gerrard.
mean, Alexis Sanchez says he grew up a United fan. I don't think the number 8 means he was a Gerrard fan. No offense.
Yeah, I know, but it's just very funny that he's just said it. And then all the Liverpool fans are like creaming it. They're like, "Oh yes, we've got
Because
a Liverpool fan, and
a
oh, he's got a
Hungarian
thing for
player
Gerrard."
was a fan of an English player in Liverpool. I
Yeah,
wouldn't say that's true. I would say he would be more fan of, let's say, the German league.
or even a Hungarian team. Like his dad
I would
probably
say it's
saw
more of a
Hungarian
German
teams doing
thing
well.
for if he's famous. Because you think Gerrard is very famous in Hungary?
No, it's just a joke, man. But it's just really funny. And now they're all hyped about it, right? This
Yeah.
Bundesliga player who didn't get
I
double
mean, but
figures in goals and
that's
assists.
every player that signs for their club that always say, "No, no, I was a fan of this legend. I knew about him. I watched him." No, you didn't. Just say you got nice money to play for the team. Fine.
Or just
I
say you're
don't care.
excited to play. Just say you're excited to play in England. Like that's the truth.
Yeah.
Just say that.
Hey, but I also hate. So your team Rooney play right. You're a big fan of Rooney. You're a fan of Rooney. Can't say no because then everyone would hate him immediately. No, I've never seen him play. Sorry, I know of Man
Exactly.
United, but or I know of Liverpool. I've never seen Gerrard play. It's a step up in my career. I'm playing in the Premier League.
Exactly. Exactly. Is
I wouldn't say step up. He's playing the Europa League now, but
oh yeah, the Europa League. It's just funny
yeah,
because Liverpool's main target was Mount, wasn't it? And they
wasn't it
missed
Jude
out.
Bellingham?
It was Bellingham and Mount, and then they got McAllister, and now they've got this guy. So their midfield has been jigged up. But do you think that's
They needed
gonna?
because it was
Do you think
aged.
it's gonna make a difference now? Do you think they're gonna challenge for the
Well, shit,
title?
it was their weak point,
It was.
and I would say they're right back.
They've adopted the City formation though, haven't they? They play three and then they play Trent.
What for
Just
2 games? Now Trent's centre mid because he played what against who did he play that was amazing for
what
England?
for England? Oh, North Macedonia. I was gonna say yeah, North Macedonia.
Shit me, bro. I bet we can beat North Macedonia.
I generally think W so gonna be in North
No, we
Macedonia.
give them a real go. It could be like 5-0, but they could beat us 5-0. But I mean, as an international team being us 5-0, that's pathetic.
That's
Actually,
that's
losing
true.
only being us 5-0.
That's true, man. It's I don't know. They were getting really hyped about it, obviously, because it's England. But he needs to. He was doing well for Liverpool at the end of the season, and well is in. He was finally getting assists again, but
And
defensively,
not fucking up
yeah, not giving the ball away in his own third, which is
or not
bare
defend
minimum.
or just letting people go.
Exactly, exactly. He's a one, bro. I don't rate him that much, but Liverpool fans seem to think he's back because he's man did so well against North Macedonia and against at the end of the season, again end of Liverpool season when they lost everything, like hope for anything. Good for you, man.
Yeah,
But we will see where they go next season. I don't know. I think they will challenge for top four, but nothing more than that. I don't think they're going near the top.
I actually don't know what's happening next season.
I actually have no idea. It makes if we sign a, I genuinely think we sign a keeper, we challenge. Like it makes that much of a difference. Like I don't think we'll
No,
win it. I think we'll come third, second. But we'll challenge.
what is the challenge then?
Just
Is it an Arsenal challenge or is it
no, no, just be
United
there.
challenge until Jan?
I
Like, what's
think
the challenge?
I think we'll just be there. Like there'll be actually a chance at a point in the season where we sit here and then we say to each other, "Yo, we can actually do it this season." You know.
No,
He thinks. Why are you so pessimistic, bro?
because we don't have the squad depth at all.
That's what I mean.
To
So
challenge.
in January, we'll be like,
No,
we
even
have a
then,
chance.
we're not going to sign 5 players,
Yeah,
which is
true.
what you need.
We're not gonna
So
get Qatar in. We're not gonna get owners in this summer. Let's be
even with
real.
Qatar, we still need 5 players, which is at least 3 windows, because we suck at doing transfers.
Yeah,
And you
and you
think it
know that
gets better when guys were sold, and they're like, oh, these guys, they might spend more money now. So now we offered 120 mil for some random striker.
we it's hard for us to get things going, man. And our negotiation team has always sucked. But
Yeah.
well, you never know. Last summer, I mean, we were linked with De Jong. We thought we were getting De Jong. We got Casemiro, and it worked out. So
Do you know Hakimi?
yeah,
He's a United fan.
is he?
Yeah, he got showed around the London offices, and when he got sat down with Matt Judge, who was, I think, doing the contracts, he asked him, "Who are you?" He asked him, "Hakimi, who are you?" And Hakimi wanted to sign for us, and he was just at Tottenham when they showed him the new stadium. Pochettino had dinner with him. Comes to United, his favorite club. Who are you?
Let's go. Let's go, Matt Judge. This is the this is the business savvy minds leading this humongous football club. Um, Bro,
Yeah,
it's honestly so depressing. To be a United fan, yeah, we've had a decent season, but City have just won the treble, which hopefully will have an asterisk over it once they look at all the financial fair play violations. But they still won the treble, and that sucks.
and it's funny because no one cares.
Yeah, no one cares because the the parade kind of sucked. It rained and like people went home, but they still did it. I wasn't here, luckily. I was in Malaysia, but it
But
was
you think if United won the league and it rained, do you think people go home?
no, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you see the City picture where they photoshopped a guy and like a
On
sign
the
together?
lamppost, yeah.
Yeah, stay of
Just
that, bro.
admit like you don't have big fan. It's fine. It's fine if you don't have a lot of big fan base. Don't
Stay
try
of
and make
that.
yourself seem bigger than you are.
Stay of that, bro. Isn't yeah, power going out now?
I have more
No,
respect for you. Like, yeah, we don't have many fans, and we're still better than you guys. We win more. Just fine. Be like that.
bro.
Don't
Literally,
say that.
man.
Don't say we earn more money than Man United worldwide than Barcelona and fucking Real Madrid because you don't. I don't
No,
see
you
a
don't.
poor boy in Africa.
No, Johan's gone. I think his power's gone out.
I'm saying is, when like a tsunami hits or something,
Yeah,
there was a kid in a plastic bag with Messi on the back. I don't think it'll have a good Man City player on it. That's what I'm trying to say.
it's true.
They're not that big, so I don't know how they earn that much money.
That's true, man. Like if how is Martinez's "I'm back from injury" tweet getting more likes than your treble tweet in like a
Do they
week?
actually?
Yeah, it did, and the treble tweet's been out for
Okay, that's
months.
That's maybe because we're desperate and he was our best player.
No, but that's the point. Like the size in clubs. Like he won the treble, which is like an exclusive club in football. Only a handful of clubs have ever done it in hundreds
I
of
think
years.
two English teams have done it.
Yeah, it's just us and them now. And Martinez is our best centre back, and he's like, yeah, I'm back from injury. I'm ready to get back on it. And he gets more likes. Tiny club, bro. But yeah, anyway, I think that was that power off.
Which is fine. Just say you are. And more respect.
I agree with that. 100% agree with that. I see all the tourists here all the time for the City games. They don't know what's going on. But yeah. You know, when your power went off, I literally said like 10 seconds before,
Yeah.
isn't your power meant to go off?
Yeah, it was. I was looking about. Sometimes they turn it off on the hour. Sometimes they turn it off like half an hour later. So
That's why I was just keeping an eye on it. But I think that was a sign. I think we covered everything there. Is there any last thoughts you want to say before we end the episode?
no, the summer's been boring. No, like transfer wise, it's kind of been boring, even though it shouldn't be. I mean, Jude Bellingham went for not even 100 mil to Real Madrid.
They had the add-ons, which will take it over. But like, yeah, he's
But
gone.
still, I mean, has that not bigger news?
Nah, I do understand that it took Zidane's shirt, but it's because everyone expected it. I think there's been nothing groundbreaking, really. I mean, if Mbappe or Kane moves, I think then there'll be something. But
Maybe the Messi one, but even that wasn't like people were like Messi. Okay,
he was getting booed in the trophy presentation, so it was kind of curtains already.
I think what more is Barcelona still signing players, and they're in more debt than we are.
I
They're over $1 billion in debt,
They get away with it though. I don't know how they're still doing
and
it. I
they're
don't know
like,
how
"No, we're going to sign more players. We're going to sign Gundogan."
That's a good
How's that
signing though.
happen?
That is a good signing, but they shouldn't have been allowed to do that.
How do they afford it? That's all.
No one's gonna look, bro. That's my worry with the City thing. No one's gonna really bat an eyelid. Like they let the big clubs get away with what they want to get away with.
Well, Barcelona's different because they're technically owned by the fans,
No, that is true.
but they're $1 billion in debt.
We can hope, bro. We can hope. Hopefully the
They sold.
summer's more exciting, man. What do you say?
Now, I would say Barcelona sold, I think, their future earnings for like the next 20 years.
Yeah. That's how they do the sponsorship deals now. It's like, well, I can't pay you now. Like for the next 20 years, promise you, I'll
We'll
give you
earn
more
this
money.
much because we won't go bust.
Bro,
Football clubs never go
that's like
bankrupt.
taking like £100 from your friend and being like, oh no, I won't pay you back tomorrow, but I won't pay you back now, but in the next 10 years, I'll give you £10 a year. Like, I
Of
promise
what
you,
I
that's
make.
£10. Yeah. Well, I
I
promise
know I
you.
don't have a home. I don't live in a house. I'm homeless, but I will give you £10.
And jobless, but I'll still find a way to I promise. Like, bro, how are you making sponsorship deals on? Oh, going mad. How are you making sponsorship deals on a pinky promise? Realistically,
True.
but yeah, hopefully the summer's more exciting. Hopefully United get their shit together and sign some players, and hopefully we get new owners soon. But aren't either of the things gonna happen? Probably not. So
Nope.
let's get ready for another summer of disappointment. On that positive note,
Yeah.
thanks for coming on, Johan. Even though your power's on out, I appreciate you coming back.
No problem. This is a regular occurrence for me,
Bro,
having no power.
everyone donate and save Johan, please.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening, guys. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, follow. Leave me a 5-star rating on Spotify, by the way. I forgot about that. Like, do that if you guys listen on Spotify. And thanks for
We're on
watching.
Spotify.
Yeah, man.
Oh, okay.
Catch you guys next week in a bit. Peace.
Bye.